Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. And we're here at Scar's Frontier Outpost, getting ready for a super awesome day of building at the courthouse. We're going to add all of the super awesome details that make that courthouse very much stand out. But before we do that, we always must bow down to the giant jelly. Haha, wonderful. And of course, in our last episode, we placed an order with D.E.R.P Industries to deliver us 2 untamed wolves to prevent any more bandit attacks from the skeletons here at Scar's Frontier Outpost. And D.E.R.P has delivered, and they have delivered in a big way. And I'm distracted. Isn't it awesome that they did add the green mossy on the bottom of the boats? Anyway, like that's what I see. I don't see 2 beautiful untamed wolves. Anyway, my friends, look at these beautiful wolves. Oh, they're so amazing, and they're untamed. So that's really unique. Oh, I absolutely love it. But we got to pay the D.E.R.P Industries. You know, they have mandatory tips and things of that nature. So let's head over to the D.E.R.P headquarters and deliver them their payment. And welcome to the Brown Market District. And as you can see, we've been sprucing up the landscaping around here on our last 2 Twitch streams. So look at this. Look at this area. It's all really coming to life. We have beautiful custom trees built up. And of course, the interior of Leaf Your Diamonds is starting to be assembled on Twitch. And we can take our beautiful little walkway that we built over the weekend on Twitch into the interior. We have cats protecting the sanctuary of the interior of the tree, and a spiral staircase going up to the top, and eventually one going down to the processing facility. So, oh, I love it. This thing is really, really coming together, and we're building this entirely on Twitch. So definitely follow me on Twitter and Twitch to be notified when I go live for those Twitch streams. But let's head over to D.E.R.P headquarters, and as you can see, just sprucing up the pathway, making everything look beautiful. And look at this devious plot. Devious plots for the log fellas. Look at this, log fella plots. No trespassing. Oh man, they're taking over, my friends. They are taking over. But anyway, we've got a set up here, and what I've got is the payment or the mandatory tip. So as you can see, I asked Tango if there's anything they needed, and he said they could always use quartz. So I've got some quartz, so I thought I'd give them those. I had some extra wither skulls, so I thought, yeah, everybody could use an extra wither skull. And then what I've got here is free tools. So 2 tools for each one of them. My stock is very limited at the moment, but I'm going to have that up and ready by the end of the week. And yeah, so I think that's a pretty good tip. So let me know, is that an okay tip? And let me set this all up. All right, let's set up our last one here. And I think this is a good tip. Quartz are hard to come by. Wither skulls are, they can be difficult in their own way. There we go. And then free 2 tools at the tool forge. But yeah, like I said, let me know if that mandatory generosity tip is sufficient. And thank you so much for the wolves, Tango Impulse. D.E.R.P delivers as always. And yeah, and also some feedback on the landscaping. I think this is coming out nice. We still got to work on the waterfall, and then of course build the shop up at the top. But we've got other things to do today, my friends. We have other things to do, and that is the courthouse. All right, and welcome back to the White District. And as you can see, we have a beautiful shell of a structure built up and ready to go for our building today. So this, of course, is our courthouse. And this will be the Hermitcraft courthouse for all the dealings in the future, and to finally bring justice to the server, if you will. And what we're going to be doing is taking these design details that we established in our first episode and translating them throughout the entire build. We're going to add all sorts of amazing details. So buckle up, my friends. Let's get started. So we're going to start right here where we left off in our last episode by building these pedestals and getting this all built up and ready to go. So we're going to start right here in the center. So as you can see, this is 5 blocks wide across here. And what we're going to do is 1 block shy from there. We're going to go boom, bam, and bring that across there like that. And then swoop these across. And I got to say right now, so I put the stake in my offhand, as you can see. So look at it over there. So I'm supposed to be talking about a lot of other things today, but I got to get this off my chest here. Does my hand look like Admiral Akbar's hand? I literally have his action figure next to me. And I just keep looking at that. In my hand. That in my hand. I don't know. Admiral Akbar is an amazing character. I gotta ask you, was that Admiral Akbar in Force Awakens in the War Room? It's gotta be, right? How could it not be? It's Admiral Akbar, right? Is that just an older version of Admiral Akbar? It's gotta be, right? But anyway, let me know. So as you can see, we're just gonna start connecting these pieces together, and we're gonna bring this whole column up about 11 blocks, similar to what we've done over there, so it has some form of consistency throughout. And then we're going to cut that guy in there, bring it all the way. Oh, hello. You're not right. There we go. Now you're right. All right. That's not Scar save right there. That's death right there. So then we're going to go back here and yeah, let's jump down actually. Let's just get a good look at that column. So as you can see, the column is a half column compared to the front columns. And it still, like I said, keeps the consistency of those. But then, you know, adds a little bit of different designs to it. These little sections right here, as you can see, they're very blank, very boring. And we're going to add all sorts of fun details to those eventually. But we got to work on our windows. So I don't have any glass at the moment. So I feel kind of embarrassed. Like I literally have no glass to my name. So we're going to have to get that later. So as you can see, we're going to start here in the center. And what we're going to do is we're going to go boom and a biome. And that should leave us 3 blocks in the center like so. I'm going to swoop over here, grab myself some half slabs and bring those all the way across. So what I want to talk about in today's episode is a brand new series coming to the channel, and I would love to get your guys' feedback on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, beautiful. And it's called Scar's Design, or if you guys can come up with a better name, that would be amazing because let's be honest, that's kind of boring. So if you guys can come, help me come up with a cool idea for a name. So the design series is my attempt at taking what we do in our creative house building series and trying to do it bigger and better. So instead of, we have our creative series and I'm going to continue to do the houses, but what I want to do is take, 5 designs. So say we have 5 awesome kitchen designs and we showcase them in a short but fun series that kind of just shows off designs and things of that nature, and hopefully inspires you guys in your own Minecraft building. When we're, build in our creative series, we always come up with all sorts of fun and unique designs, but sometimes we have to compromise because of the shape of the house, the windows, things of that nature. But in this series, we are the deciders on everything. We are the gods of our world, and we choose where the blocks shall lie. So instead of, say, let's take Zul'jin's house, for instance. Say he wanted to do a particular design for this second story room, but he has to build it around that window. But with this design, we build everything around our design. So if you does that make sense? So I'm really interested in getting your guys' feedback in that. And I'm not 100% sold on that, what's it called? The block with the lines and the circles and the whatever. I'm not 100% sold on that. I might change that up in a little bit. I'm just kind of looking at it, kind of seeing where I'm going to go with it. Anyway, so I think it'll be a fun series. I want to get your guys' feedback on that. I'm working on it. I've got some designs going. I've got about 4 modern kitchen designs that I'm really pleased with. And I think you guys will really like them. And that's kind of the point of the series is to inspire you guys, as always, to, build in Minecraft. And that's kind of what we always do around here. I just like the idea of having maybe some short videos like that really showcase design in Minecraft. And I'd love, like I said, to get some feedback from you on this. We've talked about it before in Scarland. It was just kind of some ideas we kind of threw around a little bit. I think it was in our dining room episode. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. We do some modern designs. We do some medieval designs, for kitchens or bathrooms, bedrooms, different things like that. I think it'll be fun, and I definitely hope you guys will find it an interesting series. And like I said, when we do a series, say like, the S'more House. The S'more House takes a very long time, but it would be fun to have these series come out where we try like 5 designs, because I have multiple designs in my head, but we only do 1 or 2 of them a year. But this way we can showcase multiple designs in a year, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun series. I need some ideas on a better name or some logos or something like that. I think it would be fun, just to really make that series special. I think it could be a good series. And like I said, we'll see. I'm not sure when it'll be out. I have the designs of the kitchens ready to roll, but I just need to kind of finalize them. All right, so we're back in the center here once again. So we built these 2 columns on the sides. Like I said before, all of these columns go up 11 blocks, and I think things are looking good. So once again, we're going to place 1 block shy of the edges like so, giving us 3 in the center. And then we bring this windowsill across here like that, and then jump up here. And then let's see, let me grab out just a little bit of that cyan clay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think that'll look good. So how about that Rogue One, my friends? Speaking of Star Wars, that Rogue One is looking super awesome. I'm very excited about it. It's got Darth Vader confirmed. That's right, Darth Vader has been confirmed for the Rogue One. So he's not going to be like a main character or anything along those lines, but he will have a presence, which there, you know, this is actually confirmed stuff, but when I heard the rumors of this, you know, rumor sites, things of that nature, back in the day when this show was still, I'm not even sure if it was fully announced yet, that there was a lot of talk about how this series wouldn't have Jedis with magical abilities and, you know, lightsabers, things like that. It was supposed to be more about the story of the average people in the Empire, how they lived under the rule of the Empire. So I'm interested to kind of see where they're kind of taking it by adding some of those characters like, you know, Darth Vader, because that, at least from the original aspect of it, maybe was rumors or maybe it wasn't, but it was always just about them, not about the Darth Vader and stuff. So anyway, before we get more to that, as you can see, that's kind of the basic design and I'm loving it. So eventually we'll have a beautiful roof that'll stick out over here. Yeah, I think we're actually getting there. So by the magic invested in my shovel, we will now build this side in 1 second. And there we go. We got our second section built and ready to go. And I also built that part over there, got that all arranged and ready to go, my friends. So now what we need to work on is these little boxes down here. And they're very boring and bland. So let's just start kind of mixing in some designs and kind of seeing where it goes, as long as I can actually put the blocks in the right spots. There we go. It's just a superpower of mine, is to constantly place blocks where they're just not supposed to be. I told you it's my superpower. There we go. So I'm going to run this all the way across here and just get kind of an idea on kind of where we want to go with this. So there we go. All right. So my friends, let's kind of see what we're going to do. I'm just kind of in the mood of removing these sections. So let's just remove this entire interior and we'll see where we can kind of go with this. I have an idea in my head. The only thing I'm kind of hesitant about is creating too many repeating patterns. That's kind of where I'm concerned about. And that's what I've been concerned about throughout this entire project. I've really been trying to be mindful of that. So yeah, let me know as we kind of move along here. If we're you know, we don't want to create that problem. So we're just going to start bringing some of these guys together. I was considering, what if we even move this? Oh, you know, we're getting so close to Joe's land. Yeah, so we probably shouldn't do that. What I was thinking. Never mind. Disregard anything Scar ever says. All right. Okay. I'm liking that. I think that's going to be a good deal right there. What we could do is maybe even mix something in the center here, but I think I'm just going to go with something basic to start with here. And then we can always come back and add and subtract and all of those wonderful things. There we go. And then place these blocks along here. Now you might be wondering, what about the interior, Scott? We're going to fix that. Don't worry. I don't want there to be air shining through there. This is actually a really great place at this point to think about adding small touches of color. Now I don't know if it's appropriate for this build, but see these little corners here? And once we fill in the block behind here, this is a great spot to add that little extra touch of color when you're working with builds that need it. You know, some builds really need it. This build definitely can, and I have some ideas to eventually add those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these blocks along here for now. Oh, thank you, Iskall. I thought you were AFK, but apparently not. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think that looks good. And of course we missed one because, well, that's just the way we roll. Let's see. What I'm going to do. Kind of want to go, I think I'm going to go like this. I think on these corners here, like that, and then maybe interior like that. Swoop around the back here and place that along there, just so we have something to place our blocks on. Boom. Oh, come on. Bam. There we go. All right. Hey, I kind of like that. I like that. And I like actually adding these extra andesite columns across there. And I think that kind of looks nice. And there we go. I think that's starting to add those extra little details that we were so in need of along here. Now, like I said, it's a lot of repeating patterns. And it's not always a bad thing, but you just have to be mindful always of it, not to just create just a very boring pattern. So we're going to try to avoid that. Extra blocks like the one we lost there, we can always come back and retrieve. But I like that. I think that's starting to get there, my friends. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think for sure something in the center here, we can change the blocks a little bit, just so there's something a little different in the center there. And I would like this to stand out more than this. I would like this to blend in more than it does. I keep that and then blend this in a little bit more. So yeah, give me 1 second. Let me kind of play with this a little bit and I'll be right back. And welcome back. And I think we're getting there. In making something a little bit more unique. this area definitely needs some other color, a little bit something, a little brighter, something to break up all of that light grays that we have rolling. So maybe a little bit of quartz back in these corners, maybe something else. I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely like this design. So I think we need to carry that on over to here. But yeah, I think that's definitely getting there in terms of the design that we're kind of trying to achieve. Now I want to talk about time lapses real quick. And if you guys have any insight, and I can't really find anything that would help this. Now I'm trying to time manage things a little bit better in my life and not take so long to get everything done. So, you know, it makes things a little bit easier for everything between videos and just general life. So one thing that makes it difficult, and I love doing time lapses, but it's really time consuming. And I suppose it's probably just going to have to be that way, but it requires a second computer to play, and playing on Hermitcraft, that just makes it easy right there because, of course, it's on a server. But I'm trying to figure out, is there any way, let me remove this block, is there any way of doing a time lapse, if you will, and not having another computer? Because say like if I have my other monitor like Minecraft here and then I have my recording account on the other monitor, at some point I would have to always go like this, you know, open the inventory to move it to my other mouse or something along those lines. I just feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what. Like I can't figure out any other way of doing it. Is there just some ridiculous thing that I'm doing wrong? If you guys have any other insights on how to make time lapses easier, let me know. I could use it. I could use some help on that because I can't figure out how to make them a little easier without using a second computer. It would be amazing not to have to do that all the time, to use a second computer, because it would just make things a little easier. And I love time lapses. We did the ones for the roller coaster project. If you haven't seen those, definitely check out the playlist on the roller coaster building project, because there were some amazing time lapses building the structure for that. There we go, my friends. I like that. I think that came out pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to try some other colors. But one thing we need to do now, my friends, is take out our randomizer. So this is the randomizer 3000. And what we're going to do is we're going to randomize all of the blocks. And there we go, my friends. Isn't the block randomizer 3000 the most wonderful tool of them all? As you can see, we have mixed in the colors here. We have different textures of stones built in. And then I rearranged the roof just ever so slightly. I moved a half slab all the way across on either end. And I think that cleans up our roof line a little bit better. And like I said, there'll be a much fancier roof attached in a later time. But let's work on this section over here because, well, I forgot it. So yeah. So that's a thing. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to kind of arrange these things real quickly, just kind of getting a really basic design here. Why don't I grab out you? There we go. So let's see here. If we take this, we can go like that. So something like that I think will look good. We can bring those guys along there. And of course, that's our host. Okay, yeah, I was just kind of like blank in the head a little bit. I was like, how does this all go again? And of course, look at this, my friends. It's not all gonna line up properly, but that's okay. That's okay. We can fix that. So then we can bring these guys in here like that. Boom and a bam, and finish it off like so. Sneak around the back here, and let's see, put this one like that, and finish it off with a little bit of cobble. Cobble's our friend, my friends. Cobbles are also our friend. There we go. Put that across there like that, and we'll just do something like that. I think that's okay. Yeah. I think we might change that a little bit later, but I really want to keep moving, and I think that's fine for now. The next thing we need to do is get some glass for our windows. So let's get our wings and let's fly away and see if we can find some glass. All right, I've come all the way over here to Ren Dog's brand new glass shop, and it's not open. Wah, wah, wah. All right, and welcome back. And because of Ren not having any of the glass for sale yet, because he's still building his shop, you know, Ren, we had lots of shiny things for you. Anyway, so we're building our own glass over here, and I just need a couple extra things here, and then we can get our windows assembled and ready to go. So, my friends, while I finish this glass, I hope you enjoy this little time lapse. right, and welcome back, and hopefully you enjoyed that time lapse. And let me get this last block in there. There we go. So as you can see, we're taking our glass and we are getting this all ready to go. And this is just a little cool little detail by using a solid glass block and then using panes down below. There we go. And I think it adds quite a bit of extra detail to our windows. And we may move things around a little bit, but I wanna show you guys this over here. Now I was, thinking about using dark gray just so the windows kind of blended in a little bit. But unfortunately this bar down here, see that dark bar right there? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I never really realized that before. And I've used this particular style of glass in the past, but it is, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. I might adjust that in my texture pack when I release it. I was planning on doing the 1.9 texture pack release, and then the 1.10 just magically appeared. So now I got to like readjust it a little bit, and I still have lost a couple textures that I need to find, but I think that looks quite a bit better. But yeah, that line right there, even on the white glass, it's really kind of obtrusive. So I'm considering adjusting those in my texture pack. It might actually look quite a bit better. But there we go, my friends. We have assembled all of the detail on the outside of the Hermitcraft Courthouse. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode as we spruced up our courthouse. And now what we need to do is just make one gigantic roof on top of this, and we'll have our exterior finished up and ready to go. But I'd love to get your guys' feedback on all aspects of the design. As you can see, I did make some modifications to this section right here. I added a stair a little bit crooked on that side and then filled in this part right here. And then I backed it off by 1. That's how we ended up going to here instead of coming across this direction. So that made it so we had an odd number in the center there. And I think that looks quite a bit better. And there we go, my friends. I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and feedback is always greatly appreciated, like I said. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later.